Praise the Darkness Jerky.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to my Darkness 2 Dawn difficulty video walkthrough. This is the last part to chapter 13, and we're still having fun and games, hopefully. But you'll remember earlier on in this guide I said one of my pros and cons for this game was that when you get to about midway through towards the end, it gets to a point where the story's not progressing very much, and you kind of realise that all you're doing is going from area to area killing dudes the same way you've been doing it since you started the game. And I also said that a lot of games have this, but they manage to mask it really well by having interesting, areas and interesting concepts happening. This is the part where I kind of noticed that all I was doing was moving through area to area killing dudes, not quite sure when the next story element was going to turn up, but kind of hoping it would soon, because I wouldn't say I wasn't enjoying it, but it was getting to that point where I was just kind of painting by numbers, and I don't like that. I like to have a goal. I like to feel like I'm progressing something, and I really didn't feel that on this part. But there's the dude who steals your weapons, and when he knocks them out of your hand, I implore you to remember to pick them up, because I don't know what it is. When I play games, I must be in the heat of the moment, all adrenaline or something, but I forget to do it. I completely do. And right there, if you're wondering what was happening, that is another one of my pet peeves in this game. When you try and steal the shields off the shield guys, sometimes the detection just does not fucking work, and you stand there like a retard getting shot, and it's a little gay, so you want to watch that. But this is the final area. We're going to be going onto the rooftops to get some more explosives to blow up the front of that doorway. I say explosives, it actually utilises a van that's going to be used to plough through it. But, same thing really. And your Darkling buddy's going to help you do that. But I've spoke a lot about Starbreeze, especially on the last podcast, because they're one of my favourite developers, and they're currently working on a game called Syndicate. And I can't wait for the game. I've not played it, but I actually played the original. And the original was a real-time strategy game, and it was really fucking hard. And I just remember playing it on the PC when I was super young, and I had no idea what was happening. But I thought it was cool, because all the guys had trench coats, and it was like a future city, and, I thought it was just awesome. I've got to interject here, though, people. Before you drop off this roof, if you move to the left, where I'm facing just then a second ago, you can see the light from the roof and you can shoot it. So when you land, you will not be in full light and you'll not lose all your shield. I don't do that on this playthrough because I forget to do it, but I still manage to survive because I get a little bit lucky and I know what to expect. Because when you drop down, immediately behind you there's going to be a bunch of enemies that spawn, and if you can kill them quickly, they don't have a chance to do anything. But I kind of fuck it up a little bit. But in you come, there's the enemies. That guy steals my gun because he's a wanker. I put the striker on, start plowing dudes down. I activate the gun channeling to finish some guys off, and luckily enough I managed to kill everyone in the room, but that could have gone really badly, just so you know. And as long as you shoot the light, you can stay on the outside of this room and use the walls as cover and things. So this is the light, there it is. That's the one you can shoot from the roof, so just bear that in mind, people. It might save you your life. But yeah, Syndicate coming out by Starbreeze, and I haven't watched any of the videos on it. I didn't play the co-op demo. I just have faith in Starbreeze to make a good and fun game, so I'm stoked for it. And I've got no idea when it's coming out either, so hopefully it'll surprise me. But I think that the next thing is Asura's Wrath and Mass Effect 3, obviously. But there's a while until they come out, so as far as premium projects go, which this one is, because if you're new to me, you're probably wondering why this video is getting uploaded super quickly as opposed to my other ones where I generally do like 2 to 3 videos a day if I can. At least one, that's generally my mentality. And the reason for that is if it's an important game that's just come out, I like to get it up before anybody else, even though I never manage to do it because I'm English and thus I have everything against me. But if you look at any of my most successful videos, my Uncharted 3 videos, my Gears of War Last Boss video, they were the first ones on YouTube to really get any views, and that is the reason why they're so successful, because when you search for them, you find me, and when you search for my other guides, you don't find them, and that is why my videos don't have more views, because a lot of people say I deserve more views because they like what I'm doing, and everyone that says that, I'm really grateful that you've got that opinion, because I need the support and I'm grateful for it. But at the same time, the reason that they don't have that many views is because you're just a bunch of words in a search engine, and when there's people like the Rad Brad and the I think it's like Uber Hacksaw and all those, you know, like fucking Media Cow and all those different sites and all those different channels that are absolutely massive, that get the game super early because they're in the industry type thing, and they just knock out a guide with the super internet, and they get, you know, 20,000 views on every single thing, and everybody else, you can't compete with that because they will always take top priority in the search, and you'll always be on like page 5 with no fucker looking at you. So that's why you've got to try and make the best content that you can, so that if anybody does drop on it and they enjoy it and they want to watch more, and that's pretty much what I try and do. And if I'm not succeeding, please feel free to tell me what I should try and change, but as it stands, I'm just going to keep doing my thing, and you know, if you don't like it, fuck you. But this is the hilarious ghost train moment, and you can die on this section, so be careful.
What is this?
Come on.
Because even though Jenny's with you, this is not a dream. And every so often the enemies are going to turn up. There's going to be a couple Brotherhood guys that you're going to have to shoot. And once you've done that, you're pretty much at the end of the level. But it makes me think of the last ghost train I went on. It must have been years, and I don't know how advanced they are these days, but if it's anything like technology, I reckon these things will probably be fucking terrifying, because like, I was still playing a Mega Drive back when I was on a ghost train, and just look how consoles have evolved. So maybe ghost trains have as well. Maybe it's, you literally get raped. I don't know. It might be terrifying. It might be like a fucking minecart through a prison, a real prison, so there's real fear. I don't know. But when it comes to our country anyway, when it comes to England, aside from the gypsies slash the Romanis or the travellers, whatever you want to call them, there's not really that much pull when it comes to this type of thing, because it's kind of like an archaic thing. Yet in America, a place that celebrates Halloween like it's fucking Jesus Day, they've got all sorts of ridiculous budgets for this kind of stuff, so they've got awesomeness when it comes to trying to scare people. But I suppose that's the same with the roller coasters as well, because you go on a roller coaster in England and you get your head knocked to shit because it's cheap as balls, because they could only pay like $2 million for it. You go to America and you're on like a $10 billion roller coaster that's as smooth as a baby's ass, and you come out feeling better than you did when you went on it. I suppose that could be a priority thing where money's in the wrong place, but who gives a fuck? Roller coasters are pretty funny. But just keep moving through the tunnel on this lovely little rail section, shooting dudes as they pop up. You will only ever have to take on 2 guys at any one given time. It's not going to gang fuck you like some games do. It's not like the start, which is probably the most difficult part of the game when it comes to, you know, actually dying. Because that rail section can get rough if you don't know where the enemies are. But keep on peppering dudes, and we're coming up towards the end of the game now. There's a stealth section, there's another boss, there's a couple of the exposition levels where we go into the asylum and all that good stuff, then there's another pretty long, pretty challenging level, then there's the last boss, and then the epilogue. So if you're enjoying the game, then you're coming up to as much catharsis as you're going to get from a Darkness game. But if you're not enjoying it, you don't have too much left, and you know, skip the cutscenes, and as soon as you go to the Iron Maiden, it's the end of the level. So thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.